Have you ever thought about having an eBay business? You like collecting? Do you like antiques? Have you ever thought about having your own antique store? What about both? Because I brought the expert Countess Katie on to tell you her secrets right here on this episode of Geeks Are Sexy. So eBay is making a killing for entrepreneurs out there. And I love collectibles, I love antiques, love going to swap meets and thrift stores and garage sales, but I want to know behind the science of when you buy something and you sell it, how to make a profit off of it. And that's all behind the Geeks Are Sexy show today. Thank you so much for joining. I'm your host, Michelle Roxy Davis. You're watching live in Las Vegas on WCOBM.com, where social media meets TV. Geeks Are Sexy talk show interviews entrepreneurs, talks about social media, and discusses technology here in Las Vegas. This show is sponsored by Platinum Physiques, professional bodybuilding and personal training at its best. Go to PlatinumPhysiques.com and hire Michael Haley today. So here on the show, I have the owner of Sin City Pickers Antique Mall, Countess Katie. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm glad to be here.
I'm so glad that you're here. So I want to tell you, everybody, on Saturdays, I love to go garage sailing, thrift store shopping, antique collecting with my better half. It's one of our favorite things to do, just to kind of zen out and lazy Saturday afternoon kind of deal. And we always love to go to Sin City Pickers. Not only the price, the variety, but also the people. We always love to go where awesome people are, and that's at Sin City Pickers. And so we went there, we got to know Countess Katie, and so I thought bringing her on the show, and even better, showing you pictures of her shop and explaining all about how she started her business and having an eBay business at the same time. So Countess Katie, let's start from the beginning when you moved to Las Vegas.
Well, I moved to Las Vegas 30 years ago, and I moved here with no car, no job, and no place to live, and a son in 6th grade. And the rest is kind of history.
Adventure.
I love it. Great.
And so from there, you kind of found your way. You've been here a long time. You've seen all the developments that Vegas has gone through, all the community changes and so forth.
I have lived here for 30 years, and for 20 of that 30, I worked for Clark County as a civil engineering. So one of my loves is the history of Las Vegas. So I started to collect a lot of Las Vegas memorabilia.
I love that.
And I just love it. I really got into it because I used to have to go back into the history of different things and why, a casino was built and when it was built. And so I took both my love for history and my love for picking, because I love to pick, and my love of art and clothes, and kind of combined them all together into one thing.
I love that, because in Vegas there's an art district community that's thriving, and you kind of saw it from the ground on up, where it all kind of started and crafted and gathered all around the art district, which is now First Friday, which is where your store is around. And so what kind of gave you the nature of picking and loving to find antiques and collectibles, and then wanting to turn that nature kind of into a business?
Probably one of the first things I ever found when I came to town, which I thought was really cool, was an old picture of Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz. And they were at some casino in Las Vegas right before they got married, and the picture was signed. And it's one of my prized possessions.
That is so cool.
So I just kept it, and I thought, this is great. because in this town, you can really find a little bit of everything because
Yes,
we
you
have
can.
all kinds of people that live here.
That's true.
Amazing entertainers and performers, and a lot of their things go on either the auction block or there is estate sales. We were on the Hoarders TV show because I bought because I love Las Vegas history. I bought a Aladdin's lamp that was on the Aladdin. That was originally one of Lonnie Hammergren, who he was the lieutenant governor of the state of Nevada at one time, and he was also a surgeon. And so we bought one of his Aladdin's lamps, and it's just great. And I'm not going to sell it. It's mine.
I love it.
It's 18 feet
I
long.
love that. So where is it at? Where did you place
It's
it?
back behind the shop. People come in and they want to take pictures with it. They're
I got to take a selfie with that now.
It's great. It's great. It still lights up, has the old-fashioned light bulbs in the back and everything.
That's
it's really
awesome.
great.
And so throughout these times, you have had such a time to collect things and to get history, just pieces, and from there you have your own business now.
Right.
Now it's not an antique store. You guys started as an eco-friendly t-shirt store,
That's right.
which I love that. That's so geeky. Now tell me, eco-friendly t-shirts.
We had the only eco-friendly t-shirt store, or we made the only eco-friendly t-shirts
I love that.
in the state of Nevada.
Now that means the material of the t-shirt.
The material of the t-shirt, was 100% cotton. Some people have allergies to the nylon threading and the synthetic threading, so we used 100% no nylon threading. Everything was cotton, and all of our inks, actually, you could drink them.
Cool.
So all of the inks that we made, it's a different kind of process.
It's like a vegan ink that I've noticed in some of the, that's what
Yes.
they refer them to, and I'm thinking a vegan ink, but that works because it's environmentally friendly.
Exactly.
That is so cool. So tell me, you had your store, and from there the store, your building is huge. And upstairs you had a lady who wanted to take over the upstairs for her art gallery.
Right. Well, what happened was we had a little store down for First Fridays, connected with another gallery, and we wanted to be open more.
Right.
Not one day a month.
Right.
We wanted to be open 7 days a week.
Right.
So we became a vendor at Sin City Pickers, and then the whole upstairs became available. Fluke of luck.
Love it.
And we decided to move upstairs and open up an art gallery because I had been involved in First Fridays in the art community for a long time. So we put the t-shirts up there. We put all local art. I would not take art from any other place. It was all local, truly local. And we ran with it, and it was really good. And then I put the vintage clothing in one of the other rooms upstairs, because the upstairs is about 3,000 square feet upstairs. And then the lady who ran the downstairs decided that she wanted to retire. So we went to the landlord and talked to him about business and taking over the whole place, and it became ours. And that's how it
Yay.
happened. Because I didn't want the art to go away.
Yeah, you're so passionate about the community, the art district, that, thriving, it just kind of keeps so many alive. I mean, the dreams and the passions and the artistic creativity out there that people have,
Right.
It's kind of like you really want to have a place that they can call their home. And that's where Sin City Pickers is at. And where is it located?
It's located on 10 West Wyoming, which is 1 block off Main Street, 2 blocks off Las Vegas Boulevard.
That's right.
And we're right near the back of the Stratosphere and the Culinary Union.
Now let's talk about eBay a little bit.
Okay.
Because you are definitely a guru in the eBay industry. You know all about it. And so your antiques that are on display are also items that are sold on eBay as well.
That's correct. So I list mostly the small items that can be sent fairly
Such as?
easily, such as this lock that I brought. And it's a lock from 100, lock and the door.
The key.
The key. And,
She left the door out here, by the way, just in case you want to
It's
know.
in Germany. This is from Kasten's Hotel, and it's in Hanover, Germany.
So something like this, $50 on eBay. The shipping and handling, I kind of want to get behind the science of that, because when you have an item and you want to figure out how much to scale it out for shipping, depending on where they're at in the world, how do you decipher on that one?
Well, first of all, I always have a scale and a tape measure, and I just measure it, and I always go a little bit longer and wider than what the item actually is, in case I have to put it in a box, so it kind of covers me and I don't have to change anything. And then I also measure the item first, and then I have I measure the item, and then I weigh the box itself, and I weigh the item itself. So depending upon what size box I use, I have those all weighed out so that I know the exact weight of them, so that I can add it to the weight of the item.
So what makes more sense, the antiques that you display or your eBay business, or both?
I think both.
Obviously, yeah.
Because lots of people come in the store, especially the tourists, especially even the European tourists, and they can't take home a lot of items because of the weight.
So you say go on eBay,
Right.
and I'll ship it to you.
So that's how it's been beneficial to us, because they see a lot of things that they'd like to take home, but they can't. So we provide always provide free shipping, so I add that into the cost of the
That
item.
is so smart. What's your eBay store name?
Sin City Pickers.
There you go. And you know, it's funny, I was working out today with some of the ladies from my training team, and I was talking about the store and my little spot that's in your store, and they said, oh my God, I'm interested in that. And if someone wanted to come to your store and have a booth, tell out the information of how they can contact you.
You can reach me at 702-366-9166. That's the store number, and that's the best way to reach me. Our rates are really reasonable. Sorry.
I know, reasonable. I like that. It's put in one.
We're like the cheapest place
I
in
love
town.
it. Absolutely.
We are. I try to keep my
Yeah.
costs down so people can make money.
I have a lot of eye candy for you guys. We're going to put a slideshow of some of the vendors at the store.
Great.
And kind of have you go, if you have any shout outs to any of the vendors. Scott, can you play that beautiful antique footage for us? So look at that, everybody. Isn't that fun?
That's one of our toy vendors. And A&M Collectibles is upstairs. It's the largest toy store in downtown Las Vegas.
Listen to that.
2,500 square feet of all kinds of vintage comics, Star Wars, Star Trek,
Ooh.
Barbies, all kinds of vintage TV show material.
I love
It's
it.
really a cool store, and it's 2,500 square feet.
So you guys can literally get lost in this place, and by the time you're done looking at everything, you're literally dizzy. And I would definitely recommend buying a bag or two of some stuff, because not only is it reasonably priced, but there's just too much good stuff that you can't pass up. I mean, look at that. How can you not just go, oh my God, look at all that stuff?
Bring a lunch.
I know, right? Bring
Yeah.
a lunch, take a break.
And we always provide water. And then we have vendors from all over. We have a guy that is a vendor from Hawaii, and he brings in a lot of Hawaiian things.
That's great.
So we have people not just local, but we also have out-of-town people that have their things that are vendors at the store.
Right. And it's such an array of stuff. I mean, you'll walk to one vendor and it's like intense Asian antiques. Then you go to a next and it's like Victorian countryside loveliness. It's like, oh, I love this. You just get lost in it.
And we have a lot of 1950s retro too.
Oh, yes. So again, let's talk about upstairs a little bit. You have the largest antique toy collection In Nevada. Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
He is, it's A&M Collectibles, and he's been doing it for a while. Mm-hmm. He was small like we were. He started downstairs.
He started about 2'3", and then he grew. Mm-hmm. I'm just kidding. I'm such a geek.
But he is having an event. Oh boy, I think it's next weekend.
The cool thing is that Countess Katie is going to be on every first Friday of the month. So Geeks, if you want to get tuned into antiques and collectibles and stuff that she's going to bring on the show and events at the store, she's going to be coming on every first Friday of the month. So April 7th is going to be her next debut coming on Geeks Are Sexy. And I'm so excited to talk more about eBay and antiques and collectibles, the history of Las Vegas. I mean, that's fascinating in itself.
It is.
Yeah.
It's really fascinating. So we have an upcoming event this month, and we have an upcoming event in April. And
Yeah.
so we'll fill everybody in about those
Cool.
events.
Well, I'm excited. Thank you so much for stopping by Geeks Are Sexy.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And you got to say, don't you love her hair? I mean, come on, everybody. Purple hair like that? I love it. I'm like, can I touch it?
Yeah.
Yes. So go to Sin City Pickers, check out all of their collectibles, oddities, and antiques. And don't forget, it's right here on Geeks Are Sexy. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.